Hello, Storytellers, it's Storytelling Ron, and I'm here to talk about these are the printables. I finally got these together for the Apostles of the Apoc and Christians in Space. Ooh, okay, so I'm just going to run through them to show you what we got here. We got a bunch of missionaries, and you can kind of use, well, I don't know if you can't really use these guys for the Apostles of the Apoc, but some of these other goofy looking ones can be for the apocalyptic one, and these are the women. They're women. And these are like NPC, kind of weirdo mutants or, sellers, merchants, pilots. Although you could use this as a regular guy. This is obviously sci-fi, but this could be a pagan witch in the apocalyptic. Whatever you want to use. And these are like different various like Galaxians for the sci-fi or for the apocalypse. They could be survivors. Obviously the ones you need to help and rescue. Some workers here. These are to me. I haven't fully fleshed out what is what, but I think these are going to be corporate security, empire maybe. These are some basic soldiers, some mutant-looking dudes from the sewers or whatever. Some sort of soldats. I call these soldats. This is the red cult. These are the togas. I just, mutant kind of different various things that you can, these are definitely mutant road warrior looking apocalyptic guys, and a big mutant boss, toughy guy here. These are ogrins, which I haven't figured out a planet yet for them, but I will. But I do have a ship for them. These are, mutant toxic zombies. Yes, all Christian. Yes, biblically adherent. Okay, we can take these genres and do what we will with it. They're all genetically modified humans with animal cells done by mad scientists in the future. And then the mutant one is, or the apocalyptic one is, they've just been mutated with nuclear waste and secret labs and stuff like that, like Gamma Worldy. So yes, biblically, yes, Christian creation science. Okay, these are some cool, weird, mutated humans. These are some other ones. They're kind of like Assassin-y, Tusken Raider, punk, cyberpunky looking. I haven't fleshed out something for them yet. These are like dog pirate guys. I haven't fleshed them out, but I'm just sort of doodling and creating different concepts to visualize so that I can start putting things together. I use the vaults, called these vaults, I think. Mutant wolves. And there's in the game, there's ways to just create little simple mutant attacks and stuff. I definitely use these crabbies. If you're one of my players, you probably shouldn't watch this. Anyway, just other, like these are like cyber insectoids or, arachnoids or android. I don't know. I haven't done any of them. These are the worms I use in the debris. Termites I use in the apocalyptic one. We got some security bots, basic security bots here. These are the a race of like the Tuscans. Yeah, I think they call these the Tuscans. See, so we can have genetically modified aliens, but to me this makes way more sense than Star Wars or Star Trek. Evolution, like all those different humanoids evolved on all those different planets. Yeah, right. But totally makes sense that mad scientists went around terraforming, making these planets and then making these genetically modified different types of humanoids. Some are reachable with the word, and some are so far gone that they're just, more bestial and corrupted and will never be saved, kind of thing. And I don't know how that goes with theology, but whatever. Bunch of different kinds of robots. This could be an NPC or a PC robot too, because I do like in Star Wars the droids, the concept that they do have AI, and so in here many of the robots will have AI, so they can have a personality, and yeah. So crazy beasts, cool little techno jeeps. What are they called? Work vehicles or whatever. Crazy robotic stuff here. Here we get into the reptilian, or planet called the Raptora. I think it's called Raptora, with some reptiles and some desert vehicles and some striders or whatever, lizards, lizard boss, the warrior dudes, some scary different. This is like my original drawing, and then I decided, let me draw a little bit better one, but I kept them both. So, one planet could be very cartoony, and the other planet could be illustrative. Great. A couple cool civilian vehicles, deserty. Just fit it in where I could. This lizard and these weird dino sillies. I don't know. They're just fun creatures. And here we got some apocalyptic vehicles. Oh, and of course these will be perfect for the wastelands as well. And we got some. And it's so big that I don't know if you really need this or not. Well, you probably want it for visuals, but you're gonna have to cut these out like this and tape the top and make a little teepee out of it. Oh, before we move on, let me show you how I do this myself. I'm gonna remember that spot. But if these are all, let me go to the missionaries, right? Now check this out. I'm gonna do a full screen so you can see this a little better. Where's my? Okay, so this is all I'm gonna need when I go do a demo or take this anywhere. I'm actually gonna do a demo at this small little Christian Comic-Con. But this is literally all I need. I'm gonna take more stuff, but this is literally all I need. Okay, so we have the book, the game book, with all the rules. There it is. And then I have these printouts. This is for the Dark Ages, and this is all free, by the way, on my website. And here are the miniatures, some miniatures anyway. And look, I can just pull them out and find what I need. Little cutouts. Just a cutout, and the back side is the dark gray or black and white, and then the front side is the character. And you got some giants here. And I just like this because it's very simple to cut out. I don't care if I lose them. I don't want to deal with miniatures anymore. I've done that. So if you got miniatures, great, good for you. But I've been there, done that, and so it's really nice and simple. And of course I got my dice trays in here, and I got my dice sets. And I really I like this company because it's called Roll 4 Initiative. I love these sets because they give you 4d6s, a bunch of extra, a whole 4d6s, 2d8s, 2d10s, a percentile dice, 1d12, and 2d20s, and 3d4s, and they're arch d4s, or not the pyramid ones. So I like that they give you a bunch of extra dice because this game, I like to have extra dice like that. You could have multiple dice and stuff like that. Whatever. Another thing I have in here is I've got some printouts. Oh, I have a friendly, kid-friendly starter kit in there, which I won't use for the adults, but it's a few pages and gives them the info that they need to play, so they don't have to worry about all the other big info. And then I have the printouts of the map pieces. I'll get that there. So this is, my little barn. I don't know if it's blurry. And little fence, stockade fence. So I can lay these down on the table and create a village or a dungeon. Let me find a dungeon one here. Or caves. I should probably organize it better. Well, here's another. So I can just put this in there and you guys see a barn and run around. And I have some uncut, they haven't cut out, but they're there, handy. And I probably should bring a pair of scissors just in case, but I would have all the ones I want prepared, And then I have some of the map pieces that I haven't cut out, but I've printed them. So if I need them, I can always cut these out and put them on the table. So that's, and I'm going to organize this more, to get, and I haven't, I've only played one tabletop lot with this because I play with my family here locally, or here at the house, but my daughters have kind of grown up to a point where they're kind of living their lives now and not really playing these games. Because they're in that age, they're in that 19 to 20 age where they got really busy with life, and so I haven't really been playing with them in the house. Although my wife said she wouldn't mind playing it again, so I'm gonna see if I can conscript one of them to play. Because I've been doing the online stuff. I've been just so busy doing the online stuff that developing that. But I did all of this when I was doing the 5e, like Dungeons and Dragons, and I did everything. I did miniatures. I did the map with the dry erase. I ended up, having a widescreen TV. I cut out the table in the garage. I created this whole set right before the lockdown, and then that's when the lockdown happened. and because I was gonna do like I was doing a regular players, but then the lockdown happened, and then I learned online, and so I've been intrigued with that ever since. So let me go back to this. Okay, so let's go back to showing stuff, and we've got these are the big vehicles, and this is the mutants. This is their war truck. This is the one and only missionary transport for the apocalyptic one. And here's just a different version you could use, and then another war truck. Space hovercrafts. You cut them out, fold them, and that's your hovercraft. And print only what you need. You don't have to print all these out. I'm trying to make it printer friendly, but I do like to have color in the vehicles. And some of this stuff here is obviously for apocalyptic and sci-fi, because the sci-fi planets could easily, obviously have low tech like this. Now let's move on to so this is available in the paywall, the $40 member paywall. Or if you're a GM, if you're a Series GM and you want a GM, I really need some Grand Ministers, so email me, and if you are in a financial straits and you want to have this, fine. I'm at the point now where I'm just trying to promote it as opposed to make money off of it. That's fine by me. So here's the map pieces. So this is the hexes for the post-apocalyptic. So you cut these out, tape them together as they progress around their map, and they build up their hexes, and they can write down, or you can write down in them any little notes. I would use red, and I'd love to see like a Scotch tape together hex map of people journeying through and planting churches, and each hex too has to, if there's no one there, that's fine, but if there's a settlement of survivors, you want to plant a church there, and then that church will have maybe on the back side its security rating and its I forgot the term, but it's life points, like health points, and as long as that's above 10 or whatever the number is, 12 I think, then that church can support the missionaries, if they go back to that hex, or that church can survive against any sort of attacks or anything. Sorry, I keep itching my nose because that's just the way I am. Shouldn't be doing that. Okay, this is the spaceship, or platform corridors or rooms or spaces. See, and I got all the stuff here: the props, the controls, the airlock doors, some laser guns and missile launchers you can place on your ship, so you can kind of create any kind of ship you want. Thrusters. And these are cutouts, so you can cut these out. These are airlock doors. These airlock doors are for between the corridors, and then this one here is for going on the outside. And you don't have to worry about point systems or buying. You create your ship for the missionaries because they get one in the beginning because they're going off into space, and you put it together however you want for them, and making sure. I have an example of one obviously in the thing. In the booklet, in the PDF. So this is the chapel. Here's the workshop. And these are life supports and robot bay. And you can use it for security, maybe security room for Marines or whatever. Med bay, another security robot bay, and a shuttle bay kind of thing, like a vehicle bay or a workshop. Then here's some pagan temple things and ruins. Or either apocalyptic or the sci-fi, obviously. So here's you can put this down as tunnels or shaft, mine shaft or vat shaft, underground or above ground, whatever, tunnels, underground waterways, some machinery, just kind of random stuff. I use this for platforms or for settlements, so you can print out what you want, and then obviously black and white for printer friendly. And I like that the props or the map pieces are black and white, and the characters and vehicles are in color. And these are bivouacs or whatever, tents. Could be sci-fi or post-apocalyptic. Prop stuff here. Radars, exhausts. I don't know. Radars looks like power or whatever you want to have them be. There's some sort of control command high-tech center. I don't know. Maybe for midgets, I don't know. Cages or bunkers or trailers or low-tech settlement buildings. all that kind of. I'm just gonna scroll through here. Toxic pool, ruins, some sort of big beast carcass, space cacti, rocks, weird rocks, for obstacles, more vats or exhaust things or old bunkers, and yeah, I just mirrored them just to have two options. Junk, rocks, wasteland debris or terrain, weird terrain there. I don't know what that is. Spikes, ruins, at clouds or water, whatever. Big giant industrial pipes running through a desert. I had this on Raptora. This is like the terraforming, or it could be anything, but even being the apocalyptic, because the apocalyptic setting is based off of they were sci-fi when they had the mass exodus and left the earth. They were had sci-fi a world, one world government and military industrial. So you could have weird sci-fi stuff around it as in ruins. But these are like meant to be the terraforming exhaust ports, like that are maybe littered throughout the planet as well, and they're worshipped or protected or something's there or whatever. Just ruined roads. This I use for space stations, kind of little, whatever, more just options for rooms. Here's some pagan sand, Tuscan Raider looking tents and stuff. So this is a 2-pager, tower. And I've got a few of these, and again, you don't have to only print out what you feel like you want to use, or don't print them out. It's kind of silly, but I just put them in there. These are my little towers, kind of like for Tatooine look. That's a small building. That probably should be 4, but I'm just gonna leave it in there as a small building because I do have some 4s in here. There's a big tower there, a couple of big buildings, big towers, more. That's a big building right there. Another big building, big building, big building. It says 4 pages. Yeah, 4 pages, 4 pages. And if you want to use it, I don't know. Big building. And you can use my little paper cutout miniatures with your shoe boxes or cereal boxes or whatever else you want to make. Having fun creating sci-fi boxes, egg carton boxes, some jungle stuff. But this is just if you want to cut out and lay them out on the ground, or on the table rather, swamp. Okay, so this is going into the Dreadbot. These are called the Nexus Plotters. This is a ship in space. It's kind of, you don't even really need it, but it's kind of weird. And this is the exterior, and they got to find a way to get in, which is usually through these little ports. Dreadbots. And this is the interior of the Dreadbot, so you can create any kind of interior you want inside. And there's some info in one of the PDFs about what these things are or do, basically. Okay, so that's my printables, and it's already in digital form, I hope, in the membership area, but this is the printable one. So yeah, so that's finally got this done. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. Oops, where am I? Okay, and that's it. All right, so we Christians can play fun, crazy, adventurous, apocalyptic, and Christians and sci-fi genres with aliens, and mutations and all that, and killer robots and alien bugs. But like I said, genetically modified. Okay, all right, that's it. And remember, the game of life: roll holy dice.